following is a presentation of GRS TV.
We set the bar high, on top 'cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights, looking like a star shot. We set the bar high, on top 'cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights, looking like a star shot.
Good evening and welcome to a chilly Williams Stadium for tonight's final District 10-6A game between the North Garland Raiders and the Garland Owls. Hello everyone, my name is Steve Reeves. I'm joined by my partner Bobby George. And Bobby, tell you what, it's been a long season, and can you believe we're finally here, the final district game for both of these teams. Now, both of these teams have been eliminated from playoff contention, but they still have a lot to play for tonight. We've got two teams that are really looking forward to next year, and it's going to be a good game and an interesting game tonight for us here at Williams.
Yeah, both young teams, really. A lot of sophomores on both teams, good quarterbacks on both teams, so they do have a lot of things to play for next year. Of course, it's a cold night. It's been raining all day. It's probably in the 40s now, low 40s actually, and it's going to be a fun game. I mean, everybody wants to end the season on a high. They don't ever want to go into off-season, on that low. So both teams are going to be playing all out tonight. You might get to see a lot of players that didn't get to play a whole lot during the year as well.
Yeah, it is going to be a real interesting game tonight. North Garland, this was the year kind of they had targeted it from a couple years ago. They had a strong sophomore class that came up, a couple years ago where that class is now seniors. They were really targeting this year, to kind of make that push for the playoffs. As you take a look there on the sideline at head coach Joe Castillo, and boy, it hadn't exactly worked out like they wanted to. They had a couple of real tough losses this season that have taken them out of playoff contention. But, this year, now you've got Garland kind of in that same state. As you mentioned, they've got a ton of sophomores. We're set here for kickoff, and there's the high end over in kick. Going to come down, and bobbled there at the 10-yard line by the Owls, number 11. He is running to the right here, and we're still on his feet, but he is going to be wrapped up and dropped shy of the 20-yard line. That, of course, is J-Trick Jeter. But, Bobby, just quickly to finish that thought, Garland now is kind of in that role. They've got all the sophomores, like you mentioned, and so, they're going to be targeting here a year or two from now to really be a strong team.
Yeah, almost every one of their skilled player positions are sophomores. I mean, they've got a lot of their linemen are sophomores, their quarterback, their outside receivers, strong safeties. They're just loaded. I think they've got like 13 sophomores on the team, and almost all of them start.
Yeah, and you're going to get a chance to see quite a few of them here on offense as Garland starts first on offense, 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. The quarterback is a sophomore, number 12, Sergio Perez. He's looking to throw it on first down. He makes the completion to number 3, Jordan Hudson, the leading receiver. We're going to call his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, of course, Jordan Hudson, again, another sophomore. And he leads the team in receptions. And you see right there, he goes up so strong to get it. The guy's right on his back, and he's still able to turn and still pick up an extra yard there.
Yeah, and that guy you mentioned is Sabron Woods, and we'll hear his name a lot tonight as well, both on offense and defense. And he makes a nice play there on first down as Garland makes the catch but loses 2 yards. So here we go, 2nd down 12, a quick screen out. There's a lot of room out here. Gets a good block from the aforementioned Hudson, and he's going to be taken off his feet at around the 24-yard line, so a gain of about 6 on the play. That is number 27, Ronnie Reed, with the reception. A nice design screen that time.
Yeah, just patience right there, and just puts a little touch on the ball. Get him out in space. Let your playmakers get out there.
There's a look at Sergio Perez. So 3rd down and about 6 here as we're the opening drive here of the game. Oh, and he overthrows the intended receiver. That was number 5, Jabari Ellis. And, boy, he would have had a first down. It looks like Bobby is right there at the sticks, but the pass a little high. And, of course, you mentioned the weather may be a factor tonight.
Ball's probably cold and hard. Yeah, just sailed on him just a little bit. He would have had the first down. He was sitting right at the 30.
So a 3 and out here for Garland, and they're going to have to punt this one away. So North Garland's defense did a good job to hold Garland there on their first possession. There's a snap, a good snap, no pressure. The kick is away. And it is going to bounce and take a Garland roll, but North Garland's still going to have great field position. They're going to start at their own 46-yard line.
That ball was probably like kicking a brick. You know, that ball is cold and hard. I know it looks like it's about 40-something degrees. It's been raining all day long. I mean, the field's probably soaking wet. When you hit that thing, you're probably going to get wet. You know, and the ball gets cold too.
So here come the North Garland Raiders on offense for their the first time tonight. And again, they've got some really good seniors on this team. And of course, their quarterback, as you see him take the snap there, and he's going to fake the handoff to Woods. He's going to keep it himself, and boy, he's going to have a first down run. Of course, we're talking about number 15, the senior Timothy Gauthier, and here's a look at him on your screen right now. He's a 6'3", 165-pound senior.
Yeah, he's big. And nice play action right there. He kind of fakes the ball, gets the linebackers running one direction, and then Gauthier takes it up the middle.
So a gain of 11 on first down into Garland territory. There's a snap. They're going to fake the handoff, and Gauthier going to keep it again up the middle. This time a gain of only 5, but he is inside the 40 at the 38. And so 2 plays, and the quarterback calls his own number and got about 16 yards rushing so far.
He's a 57% passer. He's about 82 of 143, 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the year.
There's a snap on second down. The fake handoff. They're going to throw it. They've got a man out there. That's going to be caught for a touchdown. That is number 9, Alex Garcia, and the Raiders have struck first.
Boy, just a beautiful design play right there. You can see he does the fake handoff, gets the linebackers coming up cheating. Just tosses it over the middle for the big one.
Yeah, it's number 18 for the Owls, Chase Biddle, who almost got a hand on it, but a perfectly thrown ball and a touchdown to Garcia, and the Raiders strike first here. Oh, and a bobbled extra point. Gauthier running out. He's going to try to get to the corner. He's going to get there.
Did.
And he is into the end zone.
Boy, doing it all. Makes the 2 runs, throws a touchdown, and then takes the extra point in for 2.
Boy, nice job by Gauthier after the bobbled snap. The 2-point conversion is good. So our score here with 9:19 remaining in the first quarter. North Garland 8, Garland nothing. We'll be back after these messages. Look at as we come back to the young man who just caught the touchdown pass, number 9, Alex Garcia, and the Raiders are up 8-0. So 1 possession and the touchdown on the board for North Garland.
Well, you know, Alex Garcia, he's 6'3", 240 pounds. I mean, he is a big load. They'll take him out there on the end. He sets on the line. He does a lot of blocking. But then when you think he's blocking, then he just takes off down the middle of the field. He's got good hands, and he showed some speed.
So the Raiders do strike first, so the Owls set for the kick, and a high end-over-end kick is going to bounce at the 16 and just kind of die there where it's picked up once again by number 11. Boy, and he's still on his feet. Boy, nice return, but he loses the ball, it appears. No, I think he did get it back, so great return that time by number 11, Jatrick Jeter. So Garland will have pretty good field position this time to start.
He takes it off from one side of the field, runs all the way around, finally plants that foot and gets up the middle real quick, and he gets all the way up to the 31. So a nice return for the Owls.
Absolutely. As we mentioned, Jeter is one of those sophomores. So again, the Owls here on offense for the second time, trailing now 8-0. There's a snap, and the handoff goes to number 21. He's got a lot of room out here to the left side. Bobby makes a nice cut back,
nice.
and he's going to have a big first down run, a gain of about 14 yards. That is number 21, Ja'Shawn Powers.
Another sophomore year.
Yeah, the sophomore running back. Here's a look at it again.
And what? He puts on that brake. He just gets everybody keeping on going. He cuts up behind that shoulder pad.
Good sophomore season for Powers. He's been limited by injury just a bit this year, as you see a false start here against Garland. That's going to push him back 5 yards.
Power snap. False start. On the offense, number 3. 5 yards, remains first down.
Yeah, we talked about, of course, as you take a look at head coach Danny Russell there for Garland. You know, the Owls with all the sophomores, and of course, most of them play on the offensive side of the ball. And here's a deep throw looking for number 15. Oh, and it was right there. Boy, a perfect throw that time to number 15, Charles Allen. He just couldn't bring it in.
Well, Perez, he just threw a beautiful ball. That ball had a tight spiral. Watch him set up and toss this thing. Man, what a throw. Right on the money. Now, that's a hard catch.
It is.
You're catching it right over the top of your shoulder pads. But that is a beautiful throw. Great job blocking, too. He had plenty of time to sit in the pocket and throw that one.
Second down handoff goes to, of course, number 21, Ja'Shawn Powers. He's going to be just a yard shy of the original line of scrimmage. So third down and 11 coming up now for Garland.
Tackle made by number 22, Josiah Harris.
I was mentioning before that last pass play, Bobby, of course, most of the sophomores are on the offensive side of the ball. And really, defense has been the Achilles heel this year for Garland. They've given up a lot of yards and a lot of points, and some they're going to have to shore up, of course, in the next couple of years to be successful. Third down and 11 as you see Perez roll out. Oh, and the pass was there, but incomplete. He was looking for number 8, Ellis Rogers, and once again, Garland's going to have to bring the punt unit on.
Yeah, and you got to think, man, maybe that ball is coming in hot because it's so cold. The ball's cold. It's hard, so it's hitting their hands. Oh, and just coming right out of there.
Would have been close to another first down, but as it turns out, Owls looking to punt it away here on fourth down and 11. There's the snap. Kick is away, a low line drive kick. It's going to kind of bounce it around the 34 and roll inside the 30, where it's finally down at the 27. So North Garland will come back out on offense. They lead this game 8-0.
Of course, that was nice flipping the field right there. That ball was non-returnable, and that's about as good as you can ask for from a punter. The wind is blowing at their face, so it looks like it's about 5 to 8 miles an hour maybe, but it was blowing towards them. So a nice punt, flip the field. And let's see if your defense could stop this North Garland team.
Had a 54-yard touchdown drive their first time on offense. There's a snap to Gauthier. They're going to hand it off. And trying to get outside is number 20, Sabron Woods, and he's going to gain about 3 yards on that first down carry.
Well, he was patient. Watch him get behind these guys and just set. Oh, there it is, there it is. Keep running, trying to find some space.
Second down now for North Garland. They send a man in motion. There's a snap. They're going to hand it off and flip back. And here it's back to the quarterback. They've got a wide open player down the field. But is it underthrown? And it was. Bobby, his number 7 had to come back for Duke Parker, and that allowed the Garland defender to get there.
I mean, that's the old Thanksgiving play. When you're out there in your backyard, you do the old triple pitch off pass right here. One, here's a pitch again, pitch it back to the quarterback, and then toss it downfield. Now, look how wide open he was. Now, he did have to come back to it, and it just gave the defense too much time to get there.
Yeah, it was number 6, Aaron King, that came back. So third down and 6 now for North Garland. There's a snap, got the air. They're looking for a screen, and they have Woods here. He's got a lot of room out here, and he may be gone down the sideline.
I don't think you're going to catch him.
Now Sabron Woods, the long touchdown pass for the touchdown, 69 yards.
It looks like everybody's coming back. Yeah, I see no flag. But
I don't either.
But there must be one
there
down
it is.
there.
Yeah, it's sitting at about the 39-yard line, and that one is coming back.
Yeah, it was right on the sideline. That was probably some type of a holding by the receiver, because that's after he caught the ball and took off downfield, or maybe an illegal man downfield. Yep.
On the offense, number 7. 10 yards for a small foul. Remains third down.
So the Owls dodge a bullet there. That was a 69-yard touchdown pass on the screen. We'll see if we can pick up the penalty.
He called it on number 7. I don't see him in right there. He's got number 6 tied up right in front of the referee. Oh, you can see the flag actually hit him, and he's like, oh no. That's a tough one.
So, of course, the penalty marked for where the hold took place. So 3rd down and 8 now. Gauthier looking to throw it. He's going to throw it deep. And he's got a man out there, but just overshoots him. He was probably a dangerous pass that time, Bobby. He was into double coverage. Looking for Parker there. The pass is incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and 8.
I always say, though, if you can throw it out there and just let your guy outrun everybody to it, you have a good chance at it. So not a bad play on 3rd and long. Just let it fly and see if your fastest guy can go get it.
So the Raiders looking to punt for the first time. Boy, that's a big swing there, as if the Raiders were going to be up 14, with an extra point attempt to come 14-0, and ends up with the penalty, and now they're having to punt it away. So Garland dodges the bullet, and the punt, boy, an interesting looking punt.
Wow,
as it
like
goes
a pass.
yeah, exactly. It goes out of bounds, and look at the field position Garland's going to have.
Looks like we got a flag on the 21.
There was a hold against the Raiders, but I tell you what, if I'm Garland, I decline that, as it's going to be in Raider territory.
They called it a holding, though. You would have dropped it back another 10 yards. They'd been punting outside their 10-yard line.
That's true.
Against the wind. Well, I guess you'd be going with the wind at this point, but still, I mean.
Yeah, they're actually going to mark that hold off after
okay. How about that?
Our kicking team, number 20. That 10-yard penalty goes into the run. First down.
So that's even better. It was going to be at the 49 of North Garland, but they had the 10 on. So Garland starts 1st and 10 at the North Garland 39. So great field position.
So it must have been right after the punt had taken place, then the hold took.
Exactly. There's the snap. Hand off to the running back, number 23, tries to get up the middle for a short gain there. That is Trey Alexander, the sophomore.
Well, there's a lot of gang tackling right there. That's a nice job. Number 58 leading the way. That's Kentrell Smith.
Well, pretty nice run that time on 1st down, Bobby. So he gains about 6.
He's moving the pocket right there.
2nd down 4. There's a snap. Perez looking to throw. He's got time. He throws it deep, and he overthrows his intended receiver that time. He was looking for number 8, Ellis Rogers.
Well, his arm's warmed up because he sure is throwing some nice passes. I mean, they got a lot of spin on that ball.
And again, he had time.
I think he was thinking his receiver was going to go deep, and he cut underneath the defensive back, cut it short.
So 3rd down and 4, probably 2-down territory for Garland here, depending on what happens. There's a snap. Perez rolls to his right, looking to throw it. He's going to throw it out. He's got a man that slips, and he still caught the ball.
How about that?
And that is number 3, Jordan Hudson, of course, the leading receiver for the Owls. And I believe, Bobby, he's the 2nd leading receiver in the area.
Yeah, check this out. He slips on his comeback, and the ball still gets there. Way to keep your eye on it right
Absolutely. There. Great concentration. There's a look at Hudson right there. And as I mentioned, I believe he's the 2nd leading receiver in the DFW Metroplex. Again, as a sophomore. There's the snap on 1st down. The handoff goes to Alexander, slips 1 tackle, and going to be gang tackled after a short gain of about 2 yards.
And off number 23, Trey Alexander. Tackle made by number 44, Corey Putman.
Alexander, 5'9", 170 pounds.
Let's look at Sabron Woods, who was in on the tackle, along with several other Raider defenders. There's the throw out. The catch is made. Boy, and slipping on the turf is number 8, Ellis Rogers, but he does make the reception, and that is enough for the 1st down, a gain of 9.
So we keep seeing people slip out there, so that the field might be a little wet because it's been raining all day and it's cold. You can see him just keep slipping right there.
So another first down. Garland at the North Garland 14-yard line.
Putting together a great drive.
There's the handoff to Alexander up the middle. He's got some room, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Boy, that hole opened up in a hurry, and a nice run there for Alexander.
Yeah, look at the line blocking right there. It just looked like a wall. Just sealed it off from the left. They had someone pulling from the left to right, sealed the tackle off, and man, that hole opened up nice.
So the extra point attempt here for Garland. There's a snap and hold. The kick is up. It looks to be good, and it is good from number 82, James Cassidy. So Garland has cut into the lead. Our new score with 4:53 remaining in the first quarter. North Garland 8 and Garland 7. We'll be back after these messages on GRS TV. So a nice drive, of course, aided by the bad punt and the penalty, Bobby. They only had to go 39 yards, but a good drive nevertheless by Garland. They've cut into the lead here. It was 8-0. It is now 8-7. So good game so far here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that really hurt North because they lost a 68-yard touchdown on a hold, put them in the hole, then they had to punt it, got a bad punt and a penalty on top of it. So it's basically, puts Garland in great field position to be able to put that touchdown in the end zone.
There's the kick, and a fair catch was called for and made.
And then he took off running.
And no penalty flag on the play, but that is going to be a fair catch. Number 21, Isaiah Watkins with the fair catch. So North Garland's going to start 1st and 10 from their own 27.
Well, it's interesting how the season progresses. I mean, you start in August, and it's so hot when they're playing their first few games out here. It's like 100 degrees down there on the field. And now we're towards the end of the season, and everybody's wearing coats and freezing to death.
Raiders on offense here. There's the snap. Gauthier looks to hand it off to Woods, and he's going to get tackled after a short gain of only about 1 yard. So good job by the Garland defense. I believe that was 27 it is that came up and made the tackle, Ronnie Reed.
He's playing safety out there, and he just reads it. He sees Sabron Woods getting the ball early, comes straight up, watch him come right up in there and get him right by the ankles, gets him upended, and then your linebackers let them take over from there.
2nd down 9. There's a snap. Direct snap to Woods, and he has a nice run out across the 30 to about the 32, so a gain of about 3. They're going to be about 5 yards shy, Bobby. 3rd down and 5 coming up here for North Garland.
Just a pretty good, well-designed play. You get all these linemen, everybody's going left. I mean, you see everybody pulling from right to left. You got guys in motion going that way, and then you snap it to your best athlete and let him run. Now, Garland filled all the gaps really well and stopped that play.
Oh, we may have a free play here. There's the quick throw out and overthrows, but that's going to be a 1st down, it appears, for North Garland, as he had about 4 Garland Owls jump across the line. And that will be an offside call against the Owls. At least we believe it's going to be offside.
I mean, the whole team jumped, I'm sure it was a hard snap count. I think that was planned. It was 3rd and 5, and that's the best time to do that.
Yeah, they may be talking about, measuring this thing is, is it enough for the 1st down, or is it, just a couple inches shy? So
and this is
about 6 inches over.
Yeah, there you go. So it is a 1st down, and that's what we thought it would be, but well, they were talking there for a little bit. But anyway, 1st down for North Garland, a fresh set of downs, and see what they can do here. Ball now at their own 37-yard line. Snap to Gauthier. He's going to hand it off to Woods. Coming to the right side. Boy, a nice strong run for Woods. He's going to pick up about 7 on the carry.
And off to number 26, Ron Woods.
Well, the offensive line just does a great job right there. He doesn't get hit till about 5 or 6 yards down the field, and as soon they're setting up to run a play, Garland better get ready.
There's a snap, and going to fake the handoff. Gauthier keeps it. He's got the first down and more, and he is across midfield into Garland territory at the 46.
Number 15, Timothy Gauthier on the carry.
Well, they've got that set up well, Bobby, with this. You know, it's really a read option here.
What's Sarah Woods? Look at Alex Garcia still chasing him.
First down for the Raiders.
He tackles Sabron Woods almost over there on the sideline. He didn't know he didn't have the ball.
Hand off to Woods this time, and well, good job that time by Garland to string it out and hold it to a gain of only about 1 yard.
Yeah, Gauthier holds it in Woods' belly so long that he really makes that defensive end and those linebackers commit to go in one way or the other, and then he pulls it and takes off running it. It's well designed, and they're playing together pretty good. I mean, of course, you know, this towards the end of the season. You've had all season to figure this thing out, and it looks like they've kind of got it going on.
Second down 9 after the 1 yard gain. There's a snap and the handoff up the middle, and boy, hit immediately and dropped for a gain of only 1 yard is, I believe that's number 5 with the carry that time for the Raiders. Yeah, it was indeed number 5. That's Goodness Nawahe, his first carry of the game, and we'll see him quite a bit tonight. Boy, runs into one of his own linemen, it looked like, Bobby.
Yeah, you see Goodness playing offense and defense. He's an all-around athlete.
The third down and long play here, and they have a timeout here against or charged for North Garland. That is indeed what the call is, a timeout North Garland, their first of the half. We'll take a quick break. Our score, 1:56 remaining here at Williams Stadium. North Garland 8, Garland 7.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can go any place you wanna see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you want.
Back live for third down. Here comes the throw out. Oh, and he overthrows his receiver. That was kind of a throwback play there, Bobby, as you saw the quarterback roll out to his right and then tried to throw it back to the left.
I'm not a fan of plays like that because you get your quarterback in trouble. Gauthier is running, watch him running all the different directions, and then he turns and he has to find his receiver, throw it, and you don't even know. You're throwing back across the field, which is bad, but you can't tell where the defense is. You're kind of throwing to a spot, and if that defense reads it, it's a touchdown.
So the Raiders forced to punt it away here. A low line drive kick. It's going to take a bounce, and Garland's going to try to return it. Boy, nice couple of moves there. And he's going to be out across the 25 to about the 28-yard line, and that's where Garland will have it on offense. Yeah, you know, once again, Bobby, on that last play, they were looking for number 10, Dexter Davis, of course, coming across, and it looked like, you know, kind of like what we saw in a couple plays earlier. He ran into one of his linemen. I think that's what threw the timing off on the play.
Yeah, the lineman is running out there to set up a screen block. And your receiver's trying to run out there and try to figure out where the quarterback's going to throw it because it's not a specific route. It's you got to get to a spot, and that's what happens. But it's a dangerous play. I'm not a real big fan.
First down for Garland, and the handoff goes to number 27. There's Ronnie Reed, and boy, the Raiders will have none of it there. As you see 3 North Garland defenders swarm on him, led by number 22 right there on your screen, Josiah Harris.
Stay up too long, and then Nawahe Goodness will get you too. Alex Garcia.
Second down 10, no gain on that last run. Here's the snap to Perez. He's got a man out there. Oh, it just tipped away at the last minute. Number 11, Ian Jennings.
Well, that was dangerous because I saw Nawahe Goodness coming off the defensive end, and he just goes straight at the quarterback's legs. Watch this. Oh, just bad. You can't do that. That's tough. They should have called a penalty on that one.
So the incomplete pass sets up 3rd down and 10 now for the Owls. Snap to Perez. He's going to roll to his right. He's got a man out there. Makes the catch. Can he make a man miss? He cannot. A good tackle out there one-on-one for the Raiders. And so he's going to be about 5 yards shy of the 1st down. And the Owls are going to have to look to punt this one away.
Tackle made by number 22, Josiah Harris. Brings up 4th down for the Owls.
Look at number 22 right there that just made the tackle. Nice open field tackle, Bobby. Josiah Harris. And
Sergio Perez is limping around. That hurt his knee pretty good on that blitz from Nawahe.
There's a snap and plenty of time. Another low line drive punt. It's going to roll inside the 40. And Garland's going to down it at around the 32-yard line. So 3 and out for the Owls on offense. Good job by North Garland's defense to hold them. And we've got probably 1, maybe 2 remaining plays here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, you got 7 seconds, so unless they throw it really quick, this will be it for the 1st quarter.
North Garland, of course, emphasis on the ground game, so you would expect probably a run here, and pretty well-played 1st quarter for both teams. Well, the one big play is probably the touchdown that was called back by penalty, which ultimately led to the Garland scores. A penalty flag comes out here. We may have a procedure call against North Garland.
Ball snap. Ball start on the offense. 52. 5 yards. Remains 1st down.
So the false start was called. Take a look at head coach Joe Castillo. And well, again, a disappointing season for he and the Raiders. They really felt like they were going to be, a playoff contender this year. And boy, they started out, great on the season, Bobby, at 4-0, and things again just haven't fallen into place. They've had a couple of real tough losses this year. Probably no more tough than the 1-point loss to Rowlett early in district play. As you see, got the air. He has a nice run to the right side again, and boy, out close to midfield on the final play of the 1st quarter.
Yeah, a lot of that could be contributed to not having a whole lot of numbers on your sideline. You don't have a whole lot of depth. You see a lot of these guys going both ways the whole time. You get one person injured, it's like getting 2 because they're playing both ways. And a lot of times when you have that much depth, you don't have that much, then it costs you towards the end of the season.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break here. 8-7 North Garland on top. Back for the start of the 2nd quarter. North Garland on top 8-7. The handoff to Woods coming to the left side, and boy, some nice running there by Woods, and he's going to have a gain of about 7 yards on that 1st down run.
See the fans there covered up, bundled up, trying to stay warm, dancing, doing whatever they can to keep those feet from freezing.
There's a look at the replay there. Woods with a nice run, nice blocking out there, picks up 7.
Yeah, North Garland now with 103 total yards, 5 first downs, 38 in the air, 65 on the ground. Gauthier leading the way with 47 yards rushing, and of course he's 38 yards passing. One of them came for, the whole thing was on a touchdown.
Hand off to Woods to the right side, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets knocked out of bounds around the Garland 33-yard line, but that is plenty enough for the 1st down, and boy, Woods is on pace, Bobby, to have a pretty big game here tonight.
Yeah, he's 170 pounds, and he runs strong. Watch him stay low to the ground, get his shoulder pads level with the defender, and just shake people off. You see that? That's a nice, strong running right there.
1st and 10 at the Garland 33. So Raiders driving here as we are in the opening seconds of the second quarter. Got the air fakes the handoff, throws it, the catch is made, and then thrown down at around the 16-yard line is number 7, Duke Parker, his first catch here of the game.
Just a simple post pattern.
First down for the Raiders.
They get everybody going on that fake handoff to Woods, and he's just able to step back and throw it in there. Just a nice executed play.
Well, handoff to the left side to number 10, Dexter Davis, and he's going to have almost a first down, a gain of about 9. Another good run for the Raiders, and they're opening up some pretty big holes there against that Garland front.
Yeah, you got big Camarillo and Smith on that line, and they're just running right up behind them.
Second one for the Raiders.
Of course, you have Alex Garcia, number 9, leading the way as well.
Handoff to Woods. There's going to be a first down, and he is
And
fighting
a
towards.
touchdown.
Yep, the end zone. He's in, and that is a touchdown for Sabron Woods and North Garland.
Well, you just see the strength of Ogden and Carrillo, Smith, and Alex Garcia. They all just powered him into the end zone. Watch him right there. Just everybody lines up on somebody and just starts powering them backwards, and then Sabron Woods does the rest.
Raiders extend the lead here, 14-7 with the extra point to come. Van Chon on to attempt it. The kick is up, and that kick is good. So the Raiders, with the nice run there by Woods, take a 15-7 lead over Garland with 10:21 remaining here in the second quarter. And Bobby, we'll just keep it here. And we were talking earlier about North Garland. Again, they were really looking forward to the season. I mentioned that a tough loss to Rowlett early on. They've had another couple of close losses as well in district play. They lost just a couple of weeks ago to Saxe by only 3. And of course, they lost to Wiley by 10 points, a couple weeks ago as well. But, they've had 3. And the reason I mentioned those 2 teams in particular, along with Rowlett, those 3 teams are probably going to make the playoffs. And again, they were real close with all 3 of those teams. Those games could have gone either way.
They could. They played strong in all of them. They usually lost in the very last minute or 2 of each one of those games. I mean, they were always really close, and sometimes with the lead into the second half. But they just weren't able to finish those teams off. And, of course, now the whole division is so close. It's the last game of the season. We still don't know who's all in the playoffs. So, they just got eliminated last week. But, yeah, I think it was disappointing to them because I think they were really close in all those games. They had a chance to get them, and they would still be playing next week if they were.
Absolutely, yeah. Really, the only lopsided loss this year was to a surprising Naaman Forest team. Naaman beat them pretty good, had their number in that game. But as we see the kickoff return here by number 15 of the Owls, and Garland's going to have a pretty good field position to start this. That was Charles Allen with the return. But anyway, that Naaman Forest game was really the only kind of lopsided game for North Garland this year. Those other district games, they were pretty close, and they beat a pretty good Lakeview team as well.
Yeah, they beat them 28-14, and they turn around to play Rowlett the next week and lost 26-27. And then the Naaman Forest was the next week, which is one you were talking about, 42-18 that they lost to Naaman Forest. Naaman Forest had their number. They came back and almost beat Saxe,
right.
24-21. They lose there by 3.
So they were in most of those games. Boy, Perez was not ready for the snap. He throws it out, and a busted play, Bobby's going to turn into about a 9-yard gain. Boy, that snap came to Perez, and luckily for him, it was right at him. And watch this, Bobby, on the replay. You're going to see he's not even ready. Watch, boop, there it is.
Hey, at least it was a good snap. Hit him right in the chest.
Yeah, and he's able to throw it out there. A good catch by number 15, Charles Allen. Again, they picked up 8 yards on that. There's a snap on second down, the handoff to Powers, and boy, he is going nowhere. He may have even lost half a yard. Number 22 for the Raiders right there to hit him immediately, Josiah Harris.
Well, maybe they need to design the play where it looks like it just bounces off the quarterback's chest a little bit, and then they can just toss it out there, pick up 7-8 yards every time. Maybe it's a design play.
My word.
And if it's not, maybe they need to design it.
Exactly. Quick throw out on the third down, and it's going to be a first down catch made by number 8, still on his feet, trying to fight for yardage. And finally going to be tackled. But again, a gain of about 6 yards on the catch to number 8, Ellis Rogers.
Yeah, pick up that first down. But what great gang tackling there you get from North Garland. Duke Parker on the tackle.
It's a quick throw out. So 1st and 10 in North Garland territory for Garland. They send a man in motion. There's a snap. Perez rolls to his left, looking to throw it outside. He's got a man out there. Catch is made and then dropped immediately. I believe that was Rogers once again. It was Ellis Rogers with the catch and a gain of about 6.
And just a rollout is all they do. Just roll out. It's a difficult throw. But Perez puts it on the money. Rogers able to scoop it up, get him 5 or 6 yards there.
2nd down and 4 now for the Owls. There's the snap. Handoff goes inside to number 21, Jay-Sean Powers. And well, I tell you what, the running room is non-existent right now as North Garland's defense doing the job.
Yeah, Nwai Goodness was right there and just smothered Powers up, man. I mean, he just had nowhere to go. Boom.
You saw Powers try to bounce it back outside, but as you mentioned, Bobby, Nawahi right there, so no gain on the play. Here we go, 3rd down and 4. There's a snap to Perez, looking to throw it. He's going to throw it deep, looking for number 3, Jordan Hudson, and overthrows him into double coverage. Probably an ill-advised throw, Bobby, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the Owls go for it here on 4th down at the North Garland 41.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe that choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
And we are back now. We had experienced some technical difficulties, but we have those worked out, and so we are now back to reset it for you. North Garland with a 2nd down and 10 here at the Garland 44. And the fake handoff to Woods, and Gauthier keeps it himself, and he's going to be close to another 1st down. So 8-yard gain there on 2nd down. Again, we apologize for missing a few plays there, but we are back. And, of course, our great GRS crew got things back up and running as quickly as possible, and here we are.
I think it's so cold out there, it just froze everything up. You think?
You may be right. Well, that was an interesting looking play. Gauthier gets hit. Now there's a penalty flag, and I think you're going to get the Owls for offside. Gauthier got hit right as he was trying to throw it. But obviously the early jump is what caused that.
Offside. On defense, number 25. 5 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
So the 5-yard penalty marked off against Garland. That will move the chains for North Garland. They're driving once again here. Already on top by 8. Here's a look at it again. Watch how quickly it comes across there. Look at this.
Oh, that should have been a personal foul.
I'm not sure if they didn't see that or what, but you're exactly right. Bobby got him up there in the helmet area. There's a snap and the handoff coming back. Oh, and he lost the ball. That is Woods, and the ball's still loose. And I don't know, I think Garland may have fallen on it. They did.
Well, that turf monster got him and made him lose control of the ball. The ball pops out. He almost has it, and then he loses it again. And there, big number 50 comes up with a big play.
Yeah, let's see it here, Bobby. It didn't look like it was a bad handoff. It wasn't. Woods just couldn't corral it there. Well, had that second attempt at it, couldn't get it again, and Garland catches a break as they recover the fumble.
Yeah, Kalen Smith there.
So the Owls come back out now, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Let's see if they can get the offense going. There's a snap, handoff, coming to the right side there, and short gain for number 23, Trey Alexander, of about 3 yards.
Of course, he is the recipient of the first touchdown for the Owls.
You had a nice run on that touchdown, gains 4 more there. So we've got a 2nd down and 6 as we are approaching the halfway mark here of the 2nd quarter. North Garland on top 15-7. Snap to Perez, the handoff once again to Alexander Boyd, but Woods comes up and makes the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's going to be 3rd down and 6. So a little bit of redemption there for Woods. After the fumble, watch him come across here, Bobby.
Boom. Big hit. I mean, he drove him back 3-4 yards, and yeah, I think that was a redemption hit.
So 3rd down and 6 now for Garland. Snap to Perez, looking to throw it. He's going to throw it out deep, looking for Hudson, and there comes the penalty flag out. I'm sorry, that wasn't Hudson. That was number 8, it looks like, Ellis Rogers, and may get a pass interference call here against North Garland.
I'm not sure I would agree with that one.
On defense, number 21, 15 yards to the previous spot, automatic 1st down.
So the pass interference was called. Of course, that will be an automatic 1st down for Garland. They are now in North Garland territory at the 37. And they send a man in motion. There's the snap. They're going to pitch it to him coming across. It's number 15. Runs it to his own player, stays on his feet, across the 35, and finally tackled it around the 33. So a lot of running, Bobby, for a 4-yard gain.
It sure was. And I guess that would go in the stat book as a pass.
Yeah, that is a pass. It is forward. And a catch there by Charles Allen. Here's a look at it again.
He has a lot of guys in front of him blocking. Runs into his own player. Once that happens, then everything starts to slow down, and you're just not able to pick anything else up.
Snap to Perez, he throws it out, and boy, a low throw that time, and the catch was made, but ironically enough, they're going to lose half a yard on that. Again, that was Ellis Rogers with the catch, but
I think if he catches that, he's got some good blocking in front of him. Looks like the receivers all had their man blocked, and I think he catches that. He's running straight up the middle of the field.
Yeah, Perez just short, threw it low that time.
Low.
And, yep. So 3rd down and 7 now. Perez looking to throw it again. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man out there. And that catch is made for the touchdown. Number 5, Jabari Ellis.
Well, what a beautiful throw. That thing didn't get hung up in the air. It was just tight spiral. Good blocking.
Well, good coverage out there as well. And
yeah, just right at the back of the defender. The defender never sees the ball. Jabari Ellis is just able to turn around and make a play.
So the extra point attempt here. Garland trying to cut it back to just a 1-point lead. There's a snap and hold. The kick is up. Kick looks good, and it is good. So a nice throw and catch that time to number 5, Jabari Ellis. Garland Owls have cut it even closer. Our new score with 4:07 remaining. North Garland 15 and Garland 14. We'll be back after these messages. Crowd here at Williams Stadium as we come back after a Garland touchdown. They have cut the lead to 15-14 now. The Raiders still on top. Again, Bobby, we were just talking there at the break, you and I, kind of the two big plays so far the first half is the touchdown being called back, by North Garland.
Yeah.
Woods had the 69-yard run. That one got called back. Garland scored, not too long after
right
that.
After that, yeah.
And then the Woods fumble.
Because that would have been 15-0 right off the bat in the first quarter.
Exactly.
And then it turned out that, Garland was able to score, capitalize on it, and then all of a sudden Sabron Woods fumbles here.
Yeah, the fumble then set up the second touchdown for Garland. There's the return by number 7, Parker. And he's going to have great field position for the Raiders. They're going to start at their own 41. But, yeah, the two big plays there, the touchdown being called back and then, of course, the fumble by Woods. And really both of those plays, you know, obviously the touchdown run being called back didn't lead to the Garland points, but they scored shortly after that because it forced North Garland to have to punt.
And then the punt went out of bounds, so it set them up and a penalty.
That's right.
It was out of bounds and a penalty plus 10 yards, so it set them up right around the 38-yard line.
That's right. So the Raiders back on offense here. There's the snap, got the air, hands it off to Woods. Boy, he's got a lot of running room out here to the right side, and he takes on the defender and bowls over him for a gain of 11 and a first down. Well, Bobby, on that play, I think either one, did Gauthier or Woods, could have kept it. And
boy, they had a lot of room to that outside.
They're inside Garland territory now at the 48. Snap to Gauthier. They're going to run the same play here, but he keeps it himself this time up the middle, and another big run for him. Gain of 8 more down to the Garland 40.
Gauthier surprises me with his speed. It must be his long stride, but he's able to create separation really in a hurry. See how he just gets out in front of everybody? I think it surprises them with his speed as well.
Raider cheerleaders cheering on their team as they are marching here on another drive. They're at the Garland 40 with a 2nd down and 2 there. Counter play to Woods. He's going to have the first down and more. Tackled it around the 30-yard line. So this time I think after the fumble, North Garland's not playing around on this drive, Bobby, as they're picking up big chunks of yardage on the ground.
I mean, I would just keep running behind Cole Dagan as well. I mean, he's 6'5", 310. Look at him, big number 74 right there. He's just driving people backwards. And you don't get touched when you run up behind him for about 3 or 4 or 5 yards. Man, you can start picking up some big chunks of yardage at a time.
Yeah, they are doing so right now as they are at the Garland 30, 1st down and 10. There's a snap, another handoff to Woods. Breaks 1 tackle and then runs into 3, 4, 5, 6, and more Garland defenders. So they're going to hold him to a short gain this time of only about 1 yard. So at least momentarily stops the momentum for the Raiders.
You see, half the Owls go out and half of them go in. They keep rotating that front line, which, you know, give all these guys a chance to play on this cold day. That'll keep you warm. If you're sitting over there on the sideline all game long, you'd freeze to death. So good job by the coach. Go ahead and letting lots of different players play in this last game.
Goodness to Wahe now in the backfield. They're going to send a man in motion. Gauthier looks for the snap. They're probably coming left on this play. Play action, looking to throw it. He's going to throw it outside. He's got a man there. Catch is made by number 40, and that's going to be a first down at the 15-yard line.
Well, that was a great play. I didn't think he had anybody open.
It was Cameron Wheeler there with the catch. It looked like the Garland defender that was on Wheeler just kind of peeled off, Bobby, and the pass went right to him. Watch this right here.
Yeah, because it looked like the defender was on him for a long time, and then all of a sudden he was just wide open. But that's what you do as a receiver. You sit down in the hole and open up your chest and show the numbers to your quarterback.
And off to Nawai coming to the right side. A penalty flag comes out. Nice run by Nawahe of about 7 yards inside the 10, but we'll check the flag here. And you're going to have another holding call against the Raiders. So,
well, you drive that all the way down inside, right at the 5-yard line, and then all of a sudden you got to bring it all the way back.
40. On the offense, number 40. 10 yards to the previous spot. Remains first down.
Well, the penalties and just big plays, negative plays that they've had. Oh, yeah, definitely holding right there. He grabs Jeremiah right there, number 7.
So the 10-yard penalty sets up a 1st and 20 now at the 25. There's a snap. Gauthier looking to throw it. He's going to throw it outside to the left, and nobody there. Boy, I was almost picked off. So the incomplete pass will set up a 2nd down. And you see Woods coming back in the game now in the backfield along with Gauthier. Here's a look at the replay.
Yeah, just no one really to throw to. Right off the fingertips.
Here's the fake handoff. Gauthier has some room up the middle, still on his feet, pushing people inside the 15.
They can't get him down.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down. Finally, the whistles blow at around the 13-yard line, so a gain of about 8 on the, of 12 on the carry is going to set up 3rd down and 8. And a big play here in this first half is we are inside of 45 seconds remaining.
I think I just run that play again. You see how strong the offensive line are. They are really putting the shoulder pads on the Owls, and they're picking up big yards. I might run the same thing again.
Yeah, big play here, 3rd down and 8. Clock running. Gauthier fakes handoff, looking to throw it. He's got a man out there on the screen pass. Can he get the first down? And he does indeed. He's going to be down at the 2, and I think North Garland's going to use a timeout here.
Number 7, Duke Parker.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down at the 3, it looks like. But, yeah, timeout, I think, has been called here by the Raiders.
Timeout. North Garland. 2nd timeout and a half.
Tosses it out to Duke Parker. But look at that offensive line got way out there and made a great block.
So the timeout called by the Raiders as we've got 18 seconds. We'll just keep it here. It's going to be 1st and goal from the, looks like around the 2.5. Or no, it's about the 2. So 1st and goal at the 2, Bobby. North Garland's going to have 1 timeout remaining at 18 seconds. So they still can run the football here if they want with that timeout.
Yeah, you could run it or you could throw it and have all 3 plays available. But as strong as they've been running it, I think I'm running that ball straight in.
Yeah, I am too. I'm probably going right up the middle, and again, if you don't make it in, you got that 1 timeout to fall back on.
Yeah, now they're up to 232 total yards. North Garland is with 14 first downs, 80 passing yards, 152 rushing yards. So they're really grinding it out on the ground, and that's why I say I think the best approach right here is do what you've been doing good on all night long, and that's just running the ball. Either doing that read option with Woods and let Gauthier run it or hand it off. Whichever one, just let them read it. Get in the end zone. Look, you got a huge wide side of the field over here on the right side.
So here we go, 1st and goal. There's the snap. Gauthier hands it off to Woods, and is he in? I'm not sure. No, he isn't.
He doesn't.
They stopped him at the 1, so North's going to have to use that final timeout. And they do indeed. They call timeout. So, yeah, now it gets real interesting.
North Garland. That's the 3rd and 5 timeout.
Matter of fact, I don't think they gave him any yardage, Bobby. Maybe half a yard, but.
Boy, just a great play by number 83 coming around from the right side.
Yeah, Anthony Jaramillo, a senior for Garland. And this is going to be real interesting now because without any timeouts.
Yeah, now you got to pass the ball, and then if you incomplete it, then you can run the ball on 3rd down because it'll only be like 2 or 3 seconds left on the clock anyway, so you just run it at that point. But right now, I think you got to throw it.
Yeah, I do too, unless they want to try, kind of one of those option plays where.
But if you get stopped, it's over.
You're right. You're taking a risk, but I think I roll Gauthier out and give him the option to pass it, or if he sees it open and, carry it himself into the end zone.
Just don't get tackled without you being in the end zone.
That's exactly
right.
Throw
it away.
Throw it away, yep. But we'll see what the Raiders elect to do here. It's a 2nd and goal.
Fade to Duke Parker.
That's a good bet as well. So there's a snap. Gauthier looking to throw it. He throws it out.
Oh!
Pass is incomplete. Only runs off about 2 seconds. So 3rd down and goal now for the Raiders.
Well, they had the right play call. They released.
Pass intended for number 9, Alex Garcia, incomplete.
I think Alex Garcia right there. He releases him. He's wide open, but I think either it got tipped maybe at the line of scrimmage, or the pass just died on him. But
yeah, I think it got tipped, Bobby. That's exactly what I thought as well.
They're going to go ahead and kick this on 3rd down. I think they have time to run another play.
Yeah, I do too. And again, I'd roll my quarterback out and give him the option, but it looks like they're going to try, and Garland may call a timeout here. Man.
Why would you be punting and kicking the ball here? I think you have plenty of time.
Well, and I go you one further, Bobby. If I'm Garland, I don't call a timeout here and give North Garland the chance to think about it.
Right, because now they're going to come back out here probably and throw a pass.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, we'll keep it here because we've got 8 seconds remaining. And, boy, it's been a good first half. 15-14, of course, our score. North Garland's with a 3rd down and goal here at the 2. And more importantly, they have no timeouts remaining, 8 seconds. It's been a good first half.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think what I do is I roll him out, give him a chance to throw it or run it. Because you're not going to use 8 seconds up. You throw this ball away if you don't have it. or you get in the end zone, and then you go out there and kick your field goal.
Yep. And guess what?
That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's right. The Owls should not have called that timeout.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of from a Garland perspective. So here we go. Let's see if they do. And as a matter of fact, Garland's going to call another timeout here.
Timeout.
Well, you don't want to go into halftime
timeout.
not using your timeouts, I guess,
Right. Well, I'm not sure if they maybe thought that North was, going to kick it, and when they saw the offense, they thought, oh, we better get our regular defense back out. But they do call their second timeout. Boy, a nice game of cat and mouse going on here. But yeah, I do not blame Coach Castillo at all when Garland called the timeout. Hey, let's bring the offense out. Like I said, let's see if they do roll Gauthier out here on this 3rd and goal and give him the option. And like you said, Bobby, he's got to be certain if he takes off for the end zone, he's got to be certain he's going to make it. Because if he does not make it to the end zone on a run, it, of course, will run the time off the clock and they'll come away with nothing. But we'll see what the Raiders elect to do here. Obviously, a big play here at the end of the first half. Isolation with Duke Parker up top may be a smart play as well, and that's where they're going. They're going outside, and ball's, I think, tipped away. Now, there is a penalty flag. That may move it half the distance to the goal.
Holding, yep. Hey, a smart defensive play right there. You go ahead and hold him. If you're getting beat, you hold him. What does it gain you, 1 yard? They're probably going to kick the field goal anyway versus a touchdown.
We have holding on defense, number 3, follow the pass. This is the goal, automatic first down.
Yeah, they're going to keep the offense on the field. Man, this is a huge risk here. I may have brought the field goal unit on myself. Garland's going to call their final timeout.
Well, or you get Gauthier right up there under center, take the snap and lean over for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big guy. And then they've taken away the rule that you can't get pushed in. So they have Woods behind him. Go ahead and give him a nudge and push him on in the end zone. I think that's a done deal. They're way bigger than the Garland Owls up front. I think they have just the manpower to push them in.
Yeah, and I think you're right on that, Bobby. Again, from the ball being inside the 1, that's probably not a bad call. Like you said, come up to the line of scrimmage, get Gauthier under center, and just let him push forward for the touchdown. Boy, big play here at the end of the first half. And
the problem is half these teams in high school nowadays don't know how to take the snap under center. They'll still snap it 5 yards back, even though they're only a half a yard from the touchdown.
Yep, you're exactly right. Another bet here is they may just hand it off to Woods as well, let him power his way into the end zone. But here we go. Barring a defensive penalty, this should be the final play of the first half. There's a snap. Gauthier hands it off. Woods is in. That's a touchdown, North Garland.
Or big number 52, Robert Morales. He just cleans house right there. He's pulling from left to right.
Boy, 7 for Garland. Had a shot there, Bobby, but could not bring him down.
Well, they had 4 plays to get in there.
Extra point attempt coming there. It is up. That extra point is good, and we have come to the end of the first half of play here at Williams Stadium. It's been an entertaining first half, and our halftime score, the North Garland Raiders 22, the Garland Owls 14. We'll be back after these messages on the one and only GRS TV. Back at halftime at Williams Stadium. Our halftime score, North Garland 22 and Garland 14. So we're just about set for the start of the third quarter. But Bobby, first, let's take a look at our first half highlights. For a cold and chilly night here at Williams Stadium, as you see both teams came onto the field.
Rained all day. Wind was blowing. I think this morning when we got up, went to work, it was 70 degrees, and then by the time this afternoon comes around, it's really cold.
Yeah, here's your first big play of the game. Of course, the touchdown throw to Alex Garcia, and the Raiders struck first.
38-yard run.
Well, you see Gauthier, that was on the the extra point. It was a botched extra point attempt, and so, of course, he ran it in for the 2-point conversion. 8-0 North at that time, and Garland strikes back.
Trey Alexander, 14-yard run.
Owls got right back into it, and then here we go. Woods running the ball, keeps on running, and makes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, here's one of the big plays of the first half, the Woods fumble. You know, they were driving again. We're up 15-7 at that point, driving again. The fumble happens, and then here comes this nice throw from Perez to his receiver.
Jabari Ellis catches a big over-the-shoulder catch for 34 yards.
15-14 at that point, and then right before half, as a matter of fact, as time expired at the end of the first half, Woods with his second touchdown of the game, and that is where we are as we get ready for the third quarter. 22-14 North Garland. Big first half for Woods, as we mentioned. Of course, the had the one turnover as well. But the Raiders, as we get to the first half stats here, looking pretty good as we start the third quarter.
Oh, the Raiders were really putting a lot of yards up. 233 total yards, 14 first downs, 80 in the air, 153 on the ground. And, of course, you did have Sabron Woods with 53 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, got the air, 75 yards rushing, 1 pass to Alex Garcia for 38 and a touchdown.
See the kickoff from the Owls. Taking that around the 35, returned across the 40 to the 41, and North Garland's going to have great field position here to start the second half, and they have the 8-point lead.
Garland Owls, 127 total yards, 7 first downs, 84 passing, 43 rushing, and Trey Alexander, 5 for 26 on the ground and a touchdown. Sergio Perez, 11 of 18 for 84 yards and a touchdown through the air, and he threw that to Jabari Ellis. 34-yard touchdown for Jabari Ellis.
And off to Woods up the middle, and has a nice gain across the 45 to the 46, so a gain of 5 yards on that first down run, and Woods taking off right where he left off. There's the handoff up the middle. Look, gets about 3 or 4 yards, Bobby, before contact is even made, and going to fake the handoff. Got the air. Boy, big play in the first half, and he's going to continue it here in the second as he runs across midfield and into Garland territory. Pushed out at the 44, but of course will move the chains. And boy, he had a lot of running there in the first half, Bobby, on these read options.
Yeah, I mean, he reads it really good. He keeps that ball in Sabron Woods' belly a long time, and then he just has a lot of speed. I think he just outruns everybody. He had 7 attempts for 75 yards, 10.7 yards per carry that first half.
Handed off on the end around. Boy, a lot of running room here. A penalty flag. That's going to be a touchdown that's going to be called back. And actually, well, I don't think it was a touchdown.
He celebrated a little early.
Yes, he did. And he got caught at the 1. Of course, it is going to come back. There is a penalty flag, and we're going to have a hold against North Garland. Boy, that young man, that's a lesson for him, though, as you do not celebrate till you get across that end zone, as he did get tackled at the 1. There's your holding called against North Garland. You're going to see it. Oh, we thought we'd see it here, but look at this run. You're going to see him kind of stick that finger up and watch this. Boom. He gets hit before he gets to the end zone.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's a learning moment for that young man.
Humble. Stay humble.
10-yard penalty, first down at 20. He fakes the handoff, got the air, keeps it himself, trying to get outside, and boy, takes a big shot there, and a penalty flag is going to come out, and that is going to give North Garland an automatic first down. Boy, that's a tough penalty there for Garland because, Bobby, it was going to be 2nd down and 20. There was going to be no gain on the play, but now they're going to get an automatic first out of it.
Had he already stepped out when he got hit, it was hard for me to see it.
Yeah, it was close, but it's one of those you might as well just leave it alone. As Gauthier, certainly was going to go out of bounds. Let's see here. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
But he was still in bounds when he gets hit. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have been called, but
he hadn't stepped 1 foot out of bounds
You're
yet.
right.
I mean, you're open to get hit right there.
Yeah, here, look at this. Our camera's going to get it here. Handoff this time to Woods. Big hole on the right side, and he is going to have another first down, a run of 11 yards. Actually, they're going to mark him down. I apologize, only 9 yards. They're going to mark him down at the 30. Looked like he got to the 29, but mark him down at the 30, so it is going to be 2nd down and 1. There's a snap. Woods once again to the right side.
Get down.
Going to go down. I think he's going to have first down yardage depending on the spot. No, I think they're going to mark him about half a yard short, so they're going to mark him inside the 30. There's a look at number 50 for Garland with the tackle. That is Keelan Smith.
Yeah, if he just goes down right here and leans forward, he gets the first down, but he starts to try to run, stays up. You not only can get hurt that way, you go ahead and go down. When somebody's got your legs, you get down, but you could have leaned forward and got that first.
3rd down and short. Gauthier looking to throw it, probably 2-down territory here. Looking towards the end zone and overthrows number 7, Parker. But again, with this 4th down and half a yard, I'm assuming North's going to go for it here, and probably why they wanted to try to take a shot at the end zone.
Sure, when you got with an inch to go, it's a good place to go for that. Just not on the same page on that. We've seen that twice. This time it was to Duke Parker. Looks like he tries to cut underneath the defender, and the ball's already in the air going deep. So you either got to know that they're going to throw it short, or you're going to know to run your route deep.
4th and short, handoff to Woods. He's got the first down and more. He gets his legs taken out from under him at the 25, but again, only needed half a yard, got about 5.
Handoff to number 20, Garland Woods. Tackle made by number 6, Aaron King.
I think they give that tackle to Aaron King. Yeah, he just comes right up and just takes his leg. Just a nice, solid tackle.
So 1st and 10 now for the Raiders at the Garland 25. Their first possession here of the second half. Here's a snap. They're going to hand it off to Woods, coming to the left side this time. Boy, another good run for Woods. Breaks a tackle, and he's going to be close to the first down, a gain of about 9. Well, I'll tell you what, when you're picking up 9 yards on first down every play, it makes it tough on that defense.
He's just dragging them. Look at that.
A good, strong run for Woods, and he may be telling may have told the coaching staff at half that he wants to take over the second half as he's had some strong runs. Boy, high snap. Oh, and the ball's loose. And they're able to fall back on it. So, boy, that was another one of those direct snaps to Woods. Got the air not in the play.
Yeah, Nawahi Goodness was in there as well. So they had him and Woods together. Ball goes up kind of high, and Woods just, they run into each other to get it. And boy, the ball went out.
So a loss of about 3, so 3rd down, and Nawahi with the carry. He's going to have the first down, and they're going to knock him down close to the 10. They're going to mark him at the 11, but again, enough to move the chains. And the Raiders just keeping it on the ground here, and well, that ground game is piling up some yardage.
Yeah, Alex Delgado saves that tackle right there. Saves the touchdown with the tackle.
Snap to Woods once again, hands it off to number 10, trying to get outside. He outruns one Garland defender and then goes down after a gain of about 4.
Number 10, Dexter Davis on the play.
Devon Fennell
Tackle made by number
gets him, and I tell you, it looked like Garland just sent the house, to go get him that time, and they blew the play up. Sabron Woods just fast enough to get outside, and
Second down for the Raiders.
There's a snap. They're going to get Garland with too many on the field, it looks like.
They get a timeout.
Unless they got a timeout. And that is indeed what the call is there. A timeout called for Garland. That is their first charge timeout of the second half. We'll take a quick break. Our score, North Garland 22, Garland 14.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can go any place you wanna see. It all starts right here with GI.
Second down as we're back from timeout. There's a snap. Wood's going to keep it himself to the left side. Has a lot of blockers out there, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, so the last 4 or 5 plays there, Bobby, we saw Gauthier not even on the field. They just had Woods taking the direct snap, and here he goes once again.
Well, look at all the white jerseys just coming through there. And Woods just got to find a little opening and slide through it. Just overpowering the guys in yellow.
Woods with his 3rd touchdown of the game. Here comes the extra point attempt. It is up, and it is good. Well, look at Woods there on the sideline. We'll keep it here. The senior's having a big night, which we knew he would against these Owls.
Well, you know, before the third quarter came through, he was only averaging 3.5 yards per carry, so Garland had been keeping him in check. Now Gauthier, he was running the ball quite a lot, and really he was averaging 10. But Woods was only averaging 3.79. He had 14 carries, 53 yards at halftime, but boy, since then, he's really just been able to tack on 5, 8, 9, 10 yards a carry.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Bobby, he just now overtook Gauthier for the team lead in rushing. Gauthier had 8 carries for 85 yards, and with that touchdown run, Woods now has 88 yards on 20 carries. But more importantly for him, he's got the 3 touchdowns.
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to that big offensive line. They've really been able to overpower Garland on that front 4.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier, this has been, really Garland's Achilles heel all year. Their offense has played very well in most of the games, but really the defense, on the defensive side of the ball, is where they've really struggled. And, they've been giving up, close to 500 yards a game. And it's just tough when you're giving up that many yards to stay in ball games. So here's the kick, and it's going to come down at the 11-yard line to number 11 for the Owls. He's returning it out across the 25 and finally gets knocked off his feet around the 29. That, of course, Jatrick Jeter. And Garland now faces a 2-touchdown deficit. And they need to get the offense going here. This is their first possession here of the second half. We've got 7:28 remaining.
Well, they have a talented offense. They've been able to hang in most every game with their offense. I mean, they've just been able to put up a lot of points, a lot of yards as well, a lot of first downs. They keep the chains moving, so they have the firepower to do it.
There's a snap. Perez throws it out. He's got a wide open receiver here running across the 35 to about the 38. He may be a yard shy of the first down. That is number 15, Charles Allen.
Just a swing play. He's the one that comes in motion, and then right at the last second he steps back. Well, everybody's in man-to-man covering their guys. And they're man-to-man. They're running with their back turned towards the ball, so they don't even see where it's at. And he's able to do a good job on that catch and run.
There's a snap. The handoff to number 27. Boy, he hits a brick wall there, and I'm not sure he got it. Now, there is a penalty flag, and an offside call looks like coming against the Raiders, so that'll give Garland the automatic first. There's your call of offside, so 5-yard penalty marked off against the Raiders, and that will move the chains for Garland. They now have a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Come up to the line in a hurry. There's the snap. Perez looking to throw it. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man out there, Bobby, and that catch is made. That is a completed catch to number 18 for the Owls, Chase Biddle.
Well, that was beautiful. I mean, look, his arm is good tonight. He's throwing some nice tight balls. Turned around, got both feet in even. Very nice. Good coverage.
Yeah, good coverage down the sideline there. So 1st and 10 now in North Garland territory at the 28. The Owls looking to answer the touchdown drive of North Garland. Throw to the same receiver. Boy, nice defensive play that time, however, by number 11, Ian Jennings, to knock it away from Biddle.
Well, they saw that one-on-one coverage again over there on the left side. No safety help. They knew he was going to be running by himself. He looks right, throws left. The ball was right on the money again. Biddle's able to get up his hands in there and knock it down.
2nd and 10 now for the Owls. There's a snap. Perez rolls to his right, looking to throw it once again. He's going to throw it outside. Boy, and he just throws it short to number 3, Jordan Hudson. Of course, Hudson has not been able to get untracked so far in this game. Bobby, we talked earlier, you know, he is the second leading rusher here in the area. Here's a look at it again. You'll see Perez throw it out and just can't find his receiver.
I think he thought his receiver was going to be there. I think he was supposed to go up there and run a comeback back to the outside. I think he throws where he thinks his receiver's going to be.
Pass is caught and pushed out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. That should be close to a first down. And I think they're going to give it to him. They're going to mark him out at the 16, so that should move the chains. It was number 8 once again, Ellis Rogers.
Yeah, again, they got Ian Jennings out there on man coverage. And so this time they've thrown 2 deep balls on him. And this time they go about 12 yards and just hook up and take it outside on an outside route. And it was right on the money.
Perez throws it toward the end zone. Oh, it's just overthrown. Now, there is a penalty flag on the field. We may have another offside call. Looking for Ellis Rogers that time. Boy, they're certainly trying to pick on Ian Jennings out there. Five-yard penalty marked off. You know, it's not that Jennings is a bad defender, Bobby, but if we look at the rosters and Jennings is listed at 5'9", and you know a lot of these Garland receivers go at 6'1", 6'2", so I think they're trying to take advantage of the size. Here we go on first and 5. Pardon me. Perez escapes pressure, throws it to the end zone, looking for Hudson. Gets knocked away by number 3 of the Raiders, Kenneth McCullough. Pardon me, that's Trey Taylor, number 3. Yeah, he was trying to find Hudson there and
followed him all the way across the field. That is a really tough defensive play. I mean, they were running from the right side of the field all the way across. Called a backslider. You just backslide all the way across that end zone, and that's hard to cover somebody that long.
Handoff this time to 27. Oh, trying to get outside, and not a smart play as he's going to be tackled for a loss. Boy, the Raiders had that play read. That was Ronnie Reed with the carry, and I think Woods came up to make the stop, and that's going to be a loss of about 3 and set up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, there's just so many people there. Woods makes a great play, stays outside, doesn't let him bounce.
So 3rd down long. There's the snap. Perez rolls to his left. He's going to throw it outside. He's got a man out there. The catch is made. It's going to be 1st and goal, Garland.
Beautiful catch by Ellis Rogers. Again, they got him man to man. Just does a comeback to the outside. He runs, gets that defender's hips to turn. And right when he turns those hips, he breaks it back to the outside, and the ball was delivered perfectly, but nice catch.
So 1st and goal, Garland here knocking on the door, trying to cut into this lead. There's the snap. Perez looking, has plenty of time. Now he's in some trouble.
Throw it away.
Yeah, he should have thrown that one away, and that's a sophomore mistake there. And he's going to lose big yardage. Mark him down at the 8.
Well, he had a lot of time. I mean, that was a coverage sack, but you got to be smart there and throw that ball away or take off running, one of the two. Look, he probably could have ran it in right there. You got to get rid of it.
So a loss of about 5 ultimately. So 2nd and goal now from the 8.
Wow, he thought he got a fumble recovery on that thing.
They ruled him down, and Garland retains possession. There's the throw from Perez. Oh, the catch is made, but he was not able to get a foot in bounds. Is it just a little too wide, and they're thrown to the short side of the field there, Bobby, and it probably cost him.
Well, Ellis Rogers got some good hands, doesn't he? Just catch.
Well, look at the slow motion replay, but he is well out of bounds. But yeah, you're right, Bobby, a great catch. And we've got 3rd down and goal now from the 8.
Well, they really have been picking on Ian Jennings over there, but for the most part, he's held his ground. He's not given up very many plays. Playing a real good job over there. Man-to-man coverage, no help from the safeties.
There's a snap. Perez throws it out. Oh, and he just overthrows. Boy, the first really bad throw of the night probably for him. He was looking for number 5, Jabari Ellis. It's going to be 4th and goal, and let's see if Garland brings the field goal unit on. They do indeed. They want to try to at least get 3 out of this trip. Boy, so they had a 1st and goal at the 3, Bobby, and just couldn't punch it in.
Yeah, they just made a big mistake taking the sack and bringing them back. And then once you do that, now you're trying to throw the ball each time, and you got to give credit to North Garland. I mean, they were able to shut them down.
Field goal attempt of 25 yards is up, and it is good. Number 82, James Cassidy with the 25-yarder. Garland has now cut into the lead. Our new score with 4:43 remaining in the 3rd quarter. North Garland 29, Garland 17. We'll be back after these messages. Field goal was good by Garland kicker James Cassidy. Has cut the lead to 29-17, and now the Owls set to kick it away here. 4:43 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Garland doing what they can, Bobby, to stay in this game. Again, it's just a 12-point game. And the kick from Cassidy, high end over end, is going to come down at the 30-yard line. Boy, and then he is hit and dropped immediately by number 7, Jeremiah Bennett.
That's just coming down full speed. Nobody blocked him, and just great tackle.
As Isaiah Watkins, number 21, and he may have bobbled that ball a little bit, Bobby, and that allowed, of course, Jeremiah Bennett to come on him. But yeah, big hit by Bennett in North Garland. It's going to start at their own 33, 1st and 10. Got the air back out at quarterback. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off, coming to the left side. Boy, nice running there by number 10 of the Raiders, Dexter Davis. He had a little bit of speed there, Bobby. He was able to get the corner.
Yeah, Alex Delgado was right there on him. See, but Davis just able to just outrun him right there and break that corner.
Gain of 7. Here comes a free play for the Raiders. Parker with the catch. Was he in bounds? It is. That catch is good. It's going to be an offside call against Garland, but they'll take the catch and forget the 5-yard penalty.
That's a way to go up and get it right there, dude, Parker.
Good coverage out there too, but boy, great job by Parker. Gets the 1 foot in. Great camera work. I believe that was Larry Grimes with that shot. Did a great job. There's a snap on 1st down. Got the air across the middle. He's got a man. It's going to be a touchdown for Duke Parker.
Oh,
maybe. Yep, he got caught. I better lighten up on the touchdown calls there, as he is caught at the 2-yard line.
Oh boy.
Parker may be hurt as well.
The fender falls. Right there, he falls down and it just leaves him wide open.
Yeah, the tackle made there by number 18, Chase Biddle, and it looks like it may have come down on his leg, on Parker's leg. Boy, and you hate to see that. Of course, again, the final game of the season for these two teams, and you just hope it's not a serious injury. And taking a look at Parker right now. And why don't we take a quick break? Our score, North Garland 29, Garland 17. Look at Duke Parker as we come back, and he is limping pretty good there. Hopefully he will be okay, but he was able to walk off to the sideline on his own. There's a snap on 1st and goal. Woods, 4th touchdown of the game, and the Raiders have extended the lead.
And out to number 20, Subraw Woods. Touchdown, Raiders.
The 4th touchdown for the senior, Sabre Woods, and well, good blocking up front.
They're just so strong up front. They've been able to dominate the trenches there and just giving him a lot of room to run. They're just kind of wearing him down.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So we'll just keep it here as you take a look at Woods on the sideline. And as I mentioned, Bobby, he's just kind of, seems like he's come out in the second half and said, hey, look, I'm going to take this game over. He's got, of course, both touchdowns here in the half for the Raiders. And again, his 4th rushing touchdown of the night. And he is close to the 100-yard mark as well. Just a good all-around night for the senior for North Garland. And, boy, they've extended the lead here to 36-17. So,
yeah, I think you got to give a lot of credit right there to that offensive line. They've just kind of worn down the Owls. That offensive line, that defensive line of the Owls was kind of holding Woods. He was only averaging 3.5 yards a carry basically all through the first half, and it's just changed. They've just been able to start dominating, and he's been able to get loose and take off running down the field a little bit more, and he's close to 100 yards now. 21 for 91 yards, 4.3 yards per carry, and then of course 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, the 4 big touchdowns on the night. Other, of course, and ironically, the touchdown that got the game started was a pass, a reception to Alex Garcia. So the first touchdown was receiving, and then the last 4 for the Raiders on the ground by Woods. High kick is going to bounce and go into the end zone, and oh no!
He had to pick it up because he touched it.
Yeah, the return coming out here, and boy, not even to the 15-yard line by number 11, Jadrick Jeter. And Garland's going to have a bad field position to start this drive, and of course, more importantly for them, they trail by 19.
Yeah, they need some big plays to eat it, big yards, big chunks of yards at a time now.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to catch a couple of breaks as well. One break they caught in the first half that led to a touchdown was a Woods fumble, and we have to try to, of course, generate probably some turnovers here in the second half. They can't just trade touchdowns with the Raiders the rest of the way. So here's the first down throw out from the quarterback, and the catch is made, and then cutting it back inside was number 5, Jabari Ellis. And boy, Bobby, it looked like a nice play out there, but it closed in a hurry, and I'm not sure he gained anything on the reception.
Yeah, he catches it. If he misses the ball, it's a fumble because it's being thrown behind the quarterback, behind the line. So he's got to make up yards. He's got to get about 6 or 7 yards just to get to the line of scrimmage. And boy, you just never want to cut back in, because when you cut back in, you're going to meet big number 9, Alex Garcia, and all the rest of the linemen coming towards you. So you got to break that thing to the outside.
There's a quick throw out to number 21, Jay Sean Powers, and he's trying to get outside. Haven't seen Powers a lot tonight, and he's going to gain only about 3 yards on that carry.
Boy, Sabron Woods, man, shows his speed. He's able to get out there and corral him, but it looked like he hurt his ankle or leg there.
Yeah, Woods is down. You're right, Bobby. And as you look at it again, Powers, the leading rusher for the Owls on the season, hadn't played a whole lot tonight. And a good tackle there by Woods.
Yeah, you just didn't see what happened. He looked pretty clean.
And he's kind of holding the back of his knee. You see him trying to bend his leg right there, his left leg.
Well, you just sure hate to see these kind of players being hurt.
Yeah, and again, keep in mind, this is the last game of the season for both of these teams. And while they take a look at him, why don't we just take a quick break? We've got 2:38 remaining in the third. Our score, North Garland 36, Garland 17.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future, be the change you want to see. It all starts right now with GISD.
See Woods up on his feet there, boy, but look at the way he's walking, Bobby.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
No, it's not.
Can you help a guy out, somebody? I mean, can get a shoulder to lean on just a little bit.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic night. Of course, he's played both ways, you know, both offensively and defensively. And
yeah, he's having a hard time. They're going to have to help him off. There you go. Now, that doesn't look good. I hate to see that. Yeah, he's a real talented running back, also playing defense out there too, and just, again, he showed how he had one-on-one speed right there. Was able to corral the receiver and take him down.
He is off the field now, and so we're just about set with a big 3rd down and 7 here for the Owls. They need to pick up a first down here. They're looking deep for Hudson, and I think that ball may be picked off. Now they're going to say incomplete. Boy, number 13 with a great play there, Nick Matthews, and get Perez trying to look for his leading receiver, Hudson, but he threw that time into double coverage and probably shouldn't have.
He gets hit right as he throws. Watch the push right up the middle. Boom, hits him right as he's throwing, so he doesn't get a good extension on the ball. And that's probably why he throws it a little short.
Boy, and the Raiders have done a great job tonight on Jordan Hudson. You know, again, the second leading receiver in the area coming in. Bobby, he has 75, coming into this game, he had 75 catches for 1,174 yards and 19 touchdowns, and he has been held in check tonight. So I suspect the Raiders basically game plan to stop him. You know, probably said, hey, let's let some of these other receivers beat us, but not the second leading receiver in the area.
Yeah, it looks like they have one guy going man-to-man with him, and then they have a safety over the top. So they're basically double covering him and saying, okay, somebody else is going to have to beat us tonight.
Yeah, and because of that, Hudson, 2 catches, 6 yards in the game. So only 6 yards tonight. So great job by the North Garland secondary. And they, the Raiders called the timeout there, so we'll just keep it here, obviously. And Garland's going to be forced to punt it away. We had a 22-14 halftime score. The Raiders on top, and So far here in the second half, it's been 14-3 North Garland, so they've extended it to 36-17. They're about to get the ball back, you would think, in some great field position here, Bobby, as the return man standing at the Garland 45. And there's the snap, no pressure. They're going to put the return on. There's the kick. Boy, this is going to be a return to ball here as it comes to number 11 of the Raiders. He gets pulled down at around the 29-yard line, but Ian Jennings with a great return. North Garland in great field position here at the Garland 29.
It's just one of those that you think, man, he brought it all the way back to the original line of scrimmage, basically. We only netted about 8 yards on that punt. Sometimes you start running out of time. I mean, there's 2 minutes left of the third quarter. I guess you got a whole fourth quarter. You have to punt that ball, but and it was punted low on a line drive so that you feel like it's going to get a good bounce for you and not be returnable. But
there's the fake handoff, and oh boy, the throw to number 3 Trey Taylor, but he's just not able to bring it in. The pass falls incomplete.
Probably best that he wasn't able to. I mean, as soon as he turns around, I think he was going to get met with a face mask in his face mask. Watch right here. Whoa! I mean, they were all around him, so you'd have probably taken a loss on that one.
Incomplete pass sets up 2nd down and 10. Send a man in motion here. Snap to Gauthier. They're going to hand it off or fake the handoff. Gauthier's going to keep it. Big hole up the middle. He's still on his feet. One man to beat. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown.
He's a strong runner and fast. I think that he surprises the defense with his speed. He has those long legs and he has a good stride, and he's just quick. Watch how he just splits people right there. He just runs away from those 2 guys. Everybody just gets beat.
So the Raiders extend the lead now to 42-17. The extra point attempt coming up by Van Chon. There's a snap and hold. The kick is up, and that kick is good. So the Raiders putting a little distance between themselves and the Owls. Our new score with 2:03 remaining in the third. The Raiders 43, the Owls 17. We'll be back after these messages. (43-17), 2:03 remaining in the third quarter as we are set for kickoff. And again, it was 22-14 at half, Bobby, and the Raiders have really taken it to Garland here in the second half, put some distance between the two teams, and will look to be in pretty good shape here to finish this one out.
Yeah, they're just power running now.
There's a high, deep kick. It's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback, so Garland will start 1st and 10 from the 25. So for the Owls, Bobby, as they're getting ready to come out, of course, they had the quick start to the season. They actually started 3-1 on the season. They were 2-1 in non-district play, and then won their first district game, the district opener against South Garland. So they started the season 3-1. But unfortunately for them, it looks like they're going to end with 6 consecutive losses here unless they can make a big comeback here in the fourth quarter and change. So they're going to end up, it looks like, 3-7 on the season, barring a miracle comeback here. But again, a lot to look forward to for Garland for the next couple of years. They've got a lot of sophomores. On the varsity, as we've already talked about, a lot of sophomores getting experience, and that's what this season's really been about for them.
Yeah, and when they become juniors, then you have another group of people coming up, and then you can grow some depth. Because right now, all their depth are sophomores.
Oh, and they lost the ball on that. And I believe able to fall back on it was the running back, number 23, Trey Alexander. But, yeah, you're exactly right, Bobby. And that's, of course, what they were looking for. They figured they were going to take some lumps this year, with starting as many sophomores as they have. Here's a look at the replay.
Because when you're a sophomore, you just aren't as big and strong as you are when you're a senior. So when these guys get bigger and stronger, as good as they are now, and then you have other juniors and sophomores behind you, it gives you a lot of depth to your team. And right now, their first team unit can just about play with anybody. The problem is when you get in the third and fourth quarter, you see how all the guys are going both ways on defense and offense, and you just get worn down. You don't have that depth to help you out. And so by the time they get in next year, juniors, senior year, they've got a lot of potential because they got a lot of star power.
Well, so the incomplete pass on third down, but a roughing the passer call against the Raiders will give Garland an automatic first down. So that's one of the breaks that they needed here as we are close to the fourth quarter. So the 15-yard penalty marked off. Garland going to start 1st and 10 from their own 38. And a fresh set of downs here. Here's a snap. They're going to hand it off to 23. Breaks one tackle, but does not break the tackle of number 9, Alex Garcia. And, Bobby, Garcia, we've had several North Garland games that we've broadcast this year, and Garcia is usually a name that we call a lot. He's really been somewhat quiet tonight. He caught the first touchdown pass, but we really haven't called his name that much on defense.
Well, he plays in the middle there, and so it looks like Garland, they try to run to the outside a whole lot. They haven't really ran through the hole that he is trying to protect.
Better get rid of it, boy. A great call on the blitz. Number 22 for North Garland comes on the delayed blitz, Josiah Harris, and that's going to be a big loss for Perez.
It's a good coverage sack, too. There's just nobody open. You look down the field, there's just no one, and they send the blitz from the outside right up the middle. He delays the blitz. He kind of waits till everybody is locked up in their blocks, and then no one's there to pick him up.
So loss of 8 yards all the way back to the 33. It's going to set up third down at 15, but we have a timeout, or not a timeout, sorry. We have a timeout because of the fact that the third quarter has expired. So we have come to the end of 3 here at Williams Stadium with our score. The Raiders 43, the Owls 17. We'll be back after these messages on GRS TV. For the start of the fourth quarter, Garland with a third down and 15 as they trail 43-17 in this game. Got a double stacked formation here. There's the throw out to number 3, pitches it to number 21, Jay-Sean Powers. Flag comes out, 2 flags come out, and Powers going to be tackled at the 40-yard line. So a little bit of trickery there for the Owls, but I think for them it's going to come back.
It was a well-executed play, and they did it good. It's just North was ready for it, and they closed in a hurry and didn't let it go anywhere.
Yeah, you may see Coach Castilla just go ahead and decline this because they're well short of the first down. Set up 4th down and long. There's your quick pass out to Hudson, and then you're going to see him almost like running the option there as he pitches it to Jay-Sean Powers.
I guess they're calling that a block in the back right there. That's where it comes from, but it didn't look like he actually even hit him. It looks like the defender actually jumped in jumped at the same time as he turned around. I don't think that he actually got it. They decline it anyway.
Yeah, they do decline it. So it is 4th down. Garland's going to go for it here. They're going to throw it out. They got Hudson out here, boy, but ball is in the air just a little too long, and it's tipped away. A nice defensive play by Nick Matthews. That'll be a turnover on downs, and the Raiders will have great field position. Here's a look at it.
Man-to-man coverage. You see him coming all the way across the field right there, and people chasing him. He has to wait just a little bit, and when he does, Nick Matthews is able to come over there and knock it down. But that's hard to cover all the way across the field, so you got to give a lot of credit to Matthews to chase him that way.
So the turnover on downs, the Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the Garland 39. It was probably the kind of the last gasp effort as you saw Garland going for it there in their own end of the field.
It was a nice play. I mean, just Matthews was able to keep coverage all the way across. If they would have been in a zone coverage, everybody would have left the zone, that play would have worked. He just stayed with man-to-man and just stayed on him the whole way.
Good to see Woods back in the game for the Raiders. Here's the 1st down throw, and the catch is made at the 30-yard line. And that should be enough for the 1st down as the catch made by number 4, Carrington Henson.
And Ronnie Reed on the tackle there, and he really opened up. It was a nice open field tackle. It was just boom, solid.
10-yard reception. There's a snap, and there's Woods with the carry. We just mentioned him back in the game. And good to see him back in. He's got a nice 13-yard run.
What in the world did they put in him? They give him some pickle juice?
That must have. Yeah, he's still limping a little bit, but good to see him back. I think he wants to try to add number 5 on the night. Not to mention the fact that last run got him over 100 yards for the game. There's the handoff to the left side. Cuts it back in. 5. Oh, he gets tripped up at the 2.
He just laid across the line and said, oh, I wanted that so bad. Well, when he runs, it doesn't look like his leg hurts. It's only when he walks back to the huddle.
Well, good effort by Woods, and they gets tripped up at the 2. So 1st and goal here, North Garland at the 2. I would imagine you're going to see a dose of Woods once again. There's a snap. There's the handoff. He is going to be in for the touchdown, his 5th of the night. And the Raiders have scored again.
It's good to give a hug to those big linemen that do all the work for you, you know? Look at that push for those guys. Boom, 54 clears out everybody. Nobody's wanting to get in the way of 54 running at you.
Boy, Woods, 5 touchdowns on the night. Extra point attempt by Chon is up, and it is good. So look at Woods, the big night for him, for the senior. 5 touchdowns on the ground, and our new score, the North Garland Raiders 50, the Garland Owls 17. We'll be back after these messages.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can go any place you wanna see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future, be the change you wanna see. It all starts right now with GISD.
We are back, and to look at the senior running back for North Garland, Sabron Woods. 5 touchdowns on the night, Bobby. He's got 24 carries for 121 yards in those 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, that average per attempt just keeps going up every time he touches it.
As the ball falls off the tee here on the attempted kickoff, so we'll redo it again. So our new score, North Garland 50 and Garland 17. Again, North Garland, a good season for them, but I know well short of their expectations. Looks like they will finish the season at 6-4, but you know the bigger problem for them, 3-4 in district play, and that of course Boy, look at that. Oh, and the ball's loose.
Did you see the ball? The wind is really picked up. I mean, that stopped that ball in midair and just dropped it straight down. And you look at the flags now, it is really whipping.
Well, I still haven't seen a signal. I guess Garland recovered it. But you're right, Bobby, the wind, the ball got up so high in the air that you saw it kind of coming back towards North Garland.
Look at this, it just gets up there and then it stops. It starts coming back, and it just tricked the Garland Owl that's trying to catch that ball.
So the offense does retain possession, and Garland's coming back out here, 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. There's a snap, fakes the handoff, the throw out. Oh no! Looking for number 5, Jabari Ellis, and not able to hold on to it. He may have started to turn and run before he had that one secured.
I tell you, if you want to throw about a 65-yard pass in the air, just let it go. I think you have the shot now to do it.
So just to finish up on the Raiders, of course, again, the 3 and 4 district play really stings for them. But they will have another good season in the books, 6 and 4 for Joe Castilla's North Garland squad. And second down throw, looking for wide receiver Ellis Rogers, is a little overthrown. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
And of course, Jordan Hudson down here at the bottom of the screen, he's been getting double teamed all night, and I think what you do, you've got to be able to try to get him open. And right now they got him man-to-man and then a safety over the top of him. Maybe you send him in motion a little bit. You've got to be able to get your best guy the ball. That's going to be intentional grounding, I would think.
Yeah, a little bit of extracurricular too, as they didn't like the way the North Garland player threw the quarterback down late. Yeah, you did have a receiver in the area, Bobby, so I'm not sure they'll call the intentional grounding, but there is definitely going to be a flag at the end of this play, and I think it's going to go against Garland. Still no signal as of yet. Yeah, here's a look at it again. Pressure comes. Yeah, that's what the guard.
Yeah, he just goes and takes him down. And 62 took exception to it, and I don't blame him. You got to take care of your quarterback. He knows better than that.
So they're calling personal fouls against both teams, so that will just be an incomplete pass and sets up a 4th and 10, and Garland not going to go for it this time. They're going to go ahead and punt it away. Again, they are trailing by 33 in this game. So once again, Cassidy on the field to punt. North Garland's going to send back number 7, Duke Parker. There's a snap, and the kick is away. Has the wind at his back, and a pretty good punt. Ball going to be down at around the 26-yard line, and that's where the Raider offense will come back on the field. Got 10:18 remaining in this game. So we mentioned both teams, Bobby, and their records. Of course, North Garland going to end the season here 6 and 4 overall. Garland's going to end at 3 and 7. And, we talked about it earlier, as the playoffs not decided as of yet from District 10 6A. Of course, you've got really 5 teams remaining for the 4 playoff spots, and so it's going to be interesting. It's going to come down, of course, obviously to this last week of the season. The biggest game is going to be tomorrow night between Naaman Forest and Lakeview, as the winner of that game is probably in. Naaman Forest, they're kind of the long shot at the playoffs at this point, but they still have an opportunity, but they have to beat Lakeview tomorrow. You see the handoff there to number 35 in the game now for North Garland. That is Ricky Taylor, and a nice run of about 7 yards on his first carry.
Yeah, I believe Naaman was your pick to make it in towards the middle of the season, maybe the beginning of the season. That was your sleeper team.
Yeah, we saw them early on in district play. They had the tough, a fumble on the play, but the quarterback And by the way, the new quarterback in the game picks it up, and look at this. He's going to get a first down out of it. New quarterback Michael Chambers, and well, that could have been disastrous for the Raiders, but he's able to pick up the loose ball and get a first down out of it. See it here again on replay. Boy, a nice play by him, and good to see some of these other players, these backup players in the game. But yeah, Bobby, talking about Naaman Forest, they, of course, started off, losing their 3 non-district games, and they had that tough loss to Rowlett, that 1-point loss to open district play. But since that time, they've really started putting some things together. And again, they still have a long shot to make it. They've got to win against Lakeview, but they are still alive. Boy, another nice run. And North Garland tonight, they've just been able to pick up big yardage on first down, Bobby. Probably the biggest emphasis in this game, and the reason why they've got such a big lead. That time, Dexter Davis with the run, another 8-yard gain. Second down and 2. Raiders letting as much time come off the clock as possible. And as we mentioned, good to see a lot of these players in the game now, as again the final game of the season for both of these teams. Got to be close to a first down, but about half a yard out, maybe a yard shy. Once again, number 35, Ricky Taylor. Third down and short here for the Raiders. 3rd and 1. Again, they're going to let as much time run off the clock as possible. There's a snap to Chambers. Hands it off. First down, room and more for Taylor. He cuts it outside.
Can he go?
Down the sideline and finally tackled it around the 23, but another first down for the Raiders and a big run for number 35, Ricky Taylor.
Well, exciting times right there when you get a break off a big run like that. It's a junior.
He's seen Woods with the 5 touchdowns and thinks, hey, let me get a little bit of that as well. Nice run there for him. 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. Ball at the 23. Clock continues to run as we approach the 7-minute mark here. Well, it's been all Raiders here in the second half. Just an 8-point advantage at halftime, and well, they have played a good second half. They're a quarterback keeper, as Chambers is going to have nice yardage inside the 20 to about the 18.
Well, he does a great job, Chambers does, right there, of hiding that ball. Well, they just lit up the running back. He just holding it, let them go to him, and then they take off. It's just a nice job of being able to use that read option and pick up some yards there.
2nd down, 5 now for the Raiders. Again, they are just letting time run off the clock. Snap to Chambers. The handoff coming to Davis outside. Well, he breaks the tackle. He's going to have another first down.
And out to number 10, Dexter Davis.
Stop the clock long enough to move the chains, but I think they did wave it that he was inbounds. So once the chain's set, they should start the clock back up. And Raiders inching ever so closer to the end zone once again. They are just outside. Actually, they are the nose of the football right at the 10, Bobby. So it is going to be 1st and goal for the Raiders.
Yeah, he does a great job. He's 5'6", 130 pounds. I mean, he ran strong right there. He was able to bounce outside and pick up that first.
Yeah, very elusive, very quick running back. There's a snap. Chambers going to hand it off this time, and boy, hitting the backfield. Taylor is by number 30 of the Owls, as Chris Ugarte, a senior, and no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 10.
Boom, nice job right there, just coming off the defensive end spot. Reading that play, makes a good solid tackle.
Second down goal for the Raiders. Snap to Chambers, hands it off to Taylor, trying to get outside. Boy, and then Garland wraps him up and throws him down. That was number 29, Oscar Mays. And a short gain of only about 2 yards, so a third down and goal from the 8 now for North Garland. And it's never too cold to have fun on the sideline.
Yeah, a little leapfrog. You got to do something to stay warm.
Exactly. And they're just running and leaping and getting right back in line, aren't they?
Your turn, Steve. Oh, he's a hurdler.
Yeah, he's not
Look
even
at him.
Yep, he doesn't even have to put his hands on him. Just jumping right over him.
Sign him up for track.
Exactly. Third down and goal here for the Raiders. Send a man in motion. There's a handoff coming around to the left side. Boy, they're going to wrap him up and tackle him in the backfield. A good play by the Owls. Once again, number 29, Oscar Mays. And it's going to set up fourth down and goal.
I think Chambers could have kept that one right there, and he would have walked into the end zone. They read that one. They were all over Bell.
So the Raiders going to keep the offense on the field and run more time off the clock. We should be inside of 4 minutes to go when the play is snapped.
We got to give credit to all these fans that are the ones that are left. I mean, the game's out of hand. It's rolling into under 4 minutes left of the game, and boy, they still got a lot of fans out here watching them.
Penalty on the play as the handoff goes to, I believe that's number 88. It's going to be shy of the first down, boy, and then you see a North Garland player kind of somersault up there, but
well, he wasn't leapfrogging at least.
No, he wasn't.
He was doing somersaults.
There you go. Penalty called against North here. I think they're going to decline it. It was a legal motion. It's going to be declined, so Garland will take over. Their defense is held. And this is the first time in the second half, Bobby, that North Garland has not scored on a possession. And had 22 at the end of the first half and have come back with 4 touchdowns here in the second half. So, you know, in 5 possessions, they've had 4 touchdowns and a turnover on downs.
Of course, they didn't throw the ball any that drive as well. They just ran it.
Yeah, trying to
run
the
clock out, sure.
So Garland back on offense here. Here's a snap, and they're going to throw it out quickly to number 8, who's had a big night for the Owls, Ellis Rogers, with another catch.
Yeah, I mean, they've exclusively went to that side because on the other side with Jordan Hudson, they're double covering, and so they're not even trying to throw that way. And so they see the single coverage over on the left side. That's where all the passes have been going. But I tell you, that defender over there, he's been shutting it down. He's been doing a great job all night long.
There's a snap and the quick throw out. Hudson with a catch here. Spins down the sideline. Boy, he's got some speed, Bobby. He may take this one to the house. So they've kept him quiet all night, but he's going to score here. That is a long touchdown pass. Boy, that is 81 yards. So he's been quiet tonight, Bobby. And you're going to look at the stats in the morning. It's going to look like he had a big game receiving, and it comes here late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen it. He just does a little turnaround, but you see they only had one defender on him on this side, and it was the first time that defender had been on him all night. They didn't have safety help, so they had their starters on him all night long, right? And they had a safety over the top of him. And then towards the end of the game, they bring in somebody else, and then they don't give him any help. You got one of the best receivers in the entire league, and you don't give him any help at all.
Boy, the extra point is blocked, and you can return this one.
Go, big boy,
big
go!
Number 44, try.
Go! Stiff arm! Don't run out of gas!
Got one man to beat him. Gets taken off his feet. Boy, nice try there, number 44. That was Corey Putman, and Bobby, I think Putman was one that actually blocked it as well, so he blocked it and then picked it up and just didn't have the speed.
6'7", 250 pounds, Putman coming through there.
Boy, we'll just keep it here, but a good long pass there, and extra point no good. So our new score is North Garland 50 and Garland 23. And you see Putman getting all sorts of congratulations. Watch him here come right up the middle. Here he comes right here. So,
Boom.
yeah, makes the block and then picks it up.
Perfect bounce right into his hands.
And he's thinking, I got 2 points coming.
That's a long run for 2 points.
See, the kicker misses here, but Jabari Ellis thinks, I don't want any part of this big guy, so I'm going to go for his legs. And there he is tripping him up. So the extra point attempt, no good, but Putman with the block.
Hey, he'll remember that for the rest of his life.
Yes, he will.
This is his last senior game in high school, and right at the end of it, he goes through there. He'll be telling his kids, this is how you do it.
Yeah, over the years, that'll probably be one of those things. Man, we
scored.
We we're trying to hold this team from not making the playoffs, and I made the big block. And
that's right. I took it all the way in for the touchdown.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's catching me.
That's right. But a nice block there by Putman, coming right up the middle and get our new score 50-23. We've got 2:58 remaining here in the game at Williams Stadium. Boy, do we have a timeout here? Never did see a signal, but I think we do. So why don't we go ahead and take a quick break? We've got 2:58 remaining. Our score, North Garland 50 and Garland 23. Back to action here. The Owls set to kick it away. I think there was a timeout by the Raiders called, and there's the kick. It's going to come down to, I believe that's Woods, and he's going to try to return it. Boy, he's still really kind of hobbling, but I'm guessing that the senior, again, this is his last chance at the high school level, certainly, and probably wants to see.
He's wanting to fight through it, but he'll be sore tomorrow. That thing might swell up on him. Who knows? Just fighting through it.
Talk about Jordan Hudson there at the break, after that last catch again, Bobby. He was held in check all night. He had 3 catches for 12 yards. But, of course, that last 81-yarder, he is now, of course, when folks see the stats in the morning, he's got 4 catches, 93 yards, and a touchdown.
It's going to look good.
It's going to look good, but North Garland has held him in check again. And you've mentioned it all game long. They've had him really double covered the whole game. And see a quarterback keeper this time by Chambers, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of only 1.
Yeah, he has the one big play right here towards the end. It was 65 yards for the touchdown, and that makes it look like he had a big game right there.
Clock continues to run as we approach 2 minutes. Well, it's been another fun year here, Bobby. Of course, we got, one more game to go in the District 10-6A season, but it's been another fun year. A lot of parity this year. In years past, you kind of coming into the season can take a look and see those teams that you assume are going to make the playoffs. But this year it was, really there was still 6 out of 8 teams really still alive as of last week, and
it hasn't closed that much. There's still some teams that can sneak in and knock some people out, and we got Rowlett and Saxe next week. This on Friday.
Right.
And just of course you got Lakeview and
Naaman Forest.
Yep. And any 3 of those teams can make it in. Of course, Saxe's already in.
Kenneth McCullough on that last run and gains enough for the first down. course, you mentioned that Saxe-Rowlett game. That's always a big rivalry game, depending, regardless of what the records are. But, boy, look at that run.
Very nice.
Yeah, 9-yard carry.
Yeah, it's a rivalry game. All of Rowlett and all of Saxe will show up for that game. Of course, Saxe has nothing to play for except pride. They don't want Rowlett to beat them for sure.
Saxe once again trying to earn a district championship. They've been at the top of the district for the last 4 years. There's a snap at the quick. There you go, Bobby. That's one of the plays that you talk about is the quarterback gets right under center and snaps the ball and takes off, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards.
Hey, it makes sense to me. Look at that big offensive line that you get to run behind. I mean, they've got leverage.
We are approaching the 1-minute mark here of this game, and season will come to the end for both of these teams. Again, disappointing for the North Garland Raiders, as they really felt like they were going to make a big push for the playoffs this year, and it just didn't quite work out. And, of course, for the Garland Owls, they've got a lot to look forward to over the next couple of years if they can continue to grow the program in the right direction. And, again, they have a pretty good, solid base of sophomores with which to do that. Delay of game penalty here against North Garland.
Of course, you got a lot of seniors on the field on both sides, and this will be their last organized full tackle game, where you wear helmets and shoulder pads and get out there and battle. And it's going to be an emotional night for a lot of players because they've put their heart and soul and blood and sweat in it since they were 6 years old. Yep. And this will be their last game. So it's going to be an emotional night for a lot of guys.
A lot of the players, yep. And you see Gauthier back in the game as they just go in the kneel down formation. He takes a snap, takes a knee, and both teams are approaching the 50-yard line. We still got 20 seconds to run off the clock, but they're not waiting. They're going to go ahead. It's a cold and chilly night here. So they're going to go across the field and shake hands, and the season will be a wrap for both of these teams, North Garland and Garland. North Garland with a big win here, Bobby, tonight, 50-23 over the Owls, and another good season for them at 6-4.
Yeah, congratulations to both teams. I mean, they played a good game tonight. They battled. A lot of guys got to play that don't usually get to play, just had a lot of fun tonight. They both knew that their season was over, so just go out there and have fun and make memories. That's what it was all about tonight.
All about. So we have come to the final here at Williams Stadium. Our final score, the North Garland Raiders 50, the Garland Owls 23. We'll see you next time on GRS TV.